PCN is brought to your community thanks to the support of Armstrong. PCN, Pennsylvania's neighborhood.
This PIAA championship is being brought to you in part by the following organizations.
The Pennsylvania Housing Finance Agency is a strong supporter of the PIAA Basketball Championships on PCN. PHFA helps make the Commonwealth a great place to call home.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome back to the Bryce Jordan Center on the University Park campus of the Pennsylvania State University. PIAA Basketball Championship continues here at the Bryce Jordan Center. Tonight, a PIAA Quad A Championship game here at the Bryce Jordan Center with Archbishop Carroll taking on Oakland Catholic, and it promises to be another great game. 2 games in the books, 6 to go, and tonight's Quad A game is the one coming up right now. I'm Jerry Fisher along with Steve Bowen, and this sounds like a pretty good basketball game tonight, Quad A level. There's some good girls on the floor.
There's a movie coming out next week called Mirror, Mirror, and it could be based on this game. Both teams 28-2. Both teams stress defense. Both teams have only averaged 34 points given up during their PIAA run. We'll talk about more about that as we go along. But let's take a look at Archbishop Carroll. Under Coach Chuck Creighton, they were here last year and lost in a heartbreaking 1-point loss to Mount Lebanon. Much like in the girls AA game, it's going to be a new sheriff in town in Quad A because Mount Lebanon, the 3-time defending state champs, are out. And Archbishop Carroll likes the fact that they've been here, and Chuck Creighton says that he thinks that experience is going to help his team. I think he also thinks the number 24, Rachel Pearson's going to help his team as well. Pearson is a do-everything wing player. At 5'9", she can go inside, great handle, but what you're going to see with Rachel Pearson is maybe the best on-ball defender of any team, boys or girls, all weekend long. So she's really one to watch.
How'd they get here?
Well, they got here by defense, as you can see right there.
Boy, I'll say.
Haverford, they gave up 37, 29 to Downingtown West. Central Dauphin, only 37. And then against Springford, a team that was averaging 70 points a game, they only gave up 43. They pride themselves on that. In their last 18 games, they only gave up over 40 points twice.
That's pretty impressive. I talked to Chuck Creighton before the game, or before they were shooting around earlier, and he says he just wants to do his thing. They're going to play man-for-man defense 85% of the time. Let's move on to Oakland Catholic.
Well, and the mirror continues. About the only difference is that Oakland Catholic hasn't been here in a while. In the late 90s and early aughts, they were a perennial visitor to the state championship game. And one of the reasons was this person, not as a coach, but as a player. Shannon Boyle was a star on those Oakland Catholic teams. Now she's the head coach in her 3rd season. She likes the fact that she can call upon personally the tradition of Oakland Catholic basketball. She hopes that her team's going to be excited and focused for this game. Neither coach gave up a whole lot of information during the media call, and they were asked why, and they said, because we got a game coming up. The star player that we're going to focus on for Oakland Catholic is Bobby Baker, 5'7", a senior. She averages about 13 points a game, but in the PIAA playoffs, she's averaging 19.5 points a game. And much like Pearson, a great defender.
Take a look at the road to the Bryce Jordan Center for Oakland Catholic. And again, defense is the name of the game.
We're going to see some defense. That first game, the first round game, the overtime win against Altoona area was a tough one for them. They demolished Upper St. Clair. And then Mount Lebanon, that was payback in about 14 different ways. And then a dominant performance against Governor Mifflin. But again, as you can see, they only give up 34 points a game during that course.
both of these teams are incredible defensive teams, and that could be the key to tonight's game. Which team will be able to instill their will on the other team, whether it be offensively or defensively, and that's going to be the key to the game, I think. Now, when you take a look at the map as to where these teams came from, you're going to see a common thread for every one of these games, and that's down in the right corner of the state and down in the left corner of the state.
Yeah, it's Pittsburgh, Philly. It says Radnor, but it's Philadelphia if you know anything about the eastern part of the state. And these are two of the preeminent girls Quad A programs over the last 20 years. It's no surprise that they're here.
All right, well, that's the way things shape up. It's going to be a day of the Oakland Catholic and Archbishop Carroll tangling here at the Bryce Jordan Center. And again, this is the third game of 8 of PIAA basketball championships here at the Bryce Jordan Center. And this is going to be a good one.
These are two teams that have senior leadership, but the seniors didn't play a whole lot last year. So this is kind of new to a lot of people here. All right.
That sound means it's time to go to PA announcer Jeff Brown, who is going to introduce the starting lineups.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. On behalf of the PIAA and the Bryce Jordan Center, we thank you for your attendance and welcome you to the 2012 PIAA Class Quad A Girls State Championship between the Patriots of Archbishop Carroll High School and the Eagles of Oakland Catholic High School. And now let's meet the starting lineups. For the visiting team, the District 12 champs, the Patriots of Archbishop Carroll High School. At guard, a 5'6" senior, number 10, Shannon Shields. At guard, a 5'7" senior, number 20, Megan Creighton. At guard, a 5'9" senior, number 24, Rachel Pearson. At guard, a 5'5" junior, number 34, Christy Constantino. And at forward, a 5'11" junior, number 42, Sarah Curran. The Patriots are led by head coach Chuck Creighton, assisted by Greg Capuzzi, Danielle Constantoni, Mimi Riley, and Renee Shields. The principal of Archbishop Carroll is Joseph L. Dennelsbeck, and the athletic director is Gerald Olinger. Now for the home team, the District 7 champs, the Eagles of Oakland Catholic High School. At guard, a 5'6" senior, number 3, Jess Mergenovich. At forward, a 5'7" senior, number 5, Corey Taglianetti. At forward, a 5'8" senior, number 12, Audra Phibbs. At guard, a 5'7" senior, number 14, Bobby Baker. And at guard, a 5'7" senior, number 21, Rachel Bellotti. The Eagles are led by head coach Shannon Boyle. Assistant coaches are Tracy Neville, Jade Singleton, Megan Vaslisson. The principal of Oakland Catholic High School is Dr. Maureen Marsteller, and the athletic director is George Randolph. The officials for tonight's game, Karen Pammer, John Hymans, and Stephen Halous. And now, ladies and gentlemen, we ask that you please rise and remove your hats as we honor America and those currently serving her with the singing of our national anthem by Amy Carr from Sacan Valley High School. The colors are presented by the Marion Center Junior Air Force ROTC.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the
Let's take a look at the starting lineups for tonight's game, Steve, and it's a good 10 group of players.
Cosentino, Shields, Creighton, Pearson, and Curran for Archbishop Carroll. Slight change in the Oakland Catholic lineup. It's Marjanovic, Baker, Vellotti. Audra Phibbs is the new starter, and Corey Taglianetti.
Baronato was the scheduled starter. Chrissy Baronato, of course, the daughter of Pitt head basketball coach Agnes Baronato for Archbishop Carroll.
What's interesting in these two squads is that we saw in the girls AA game, there was a lot of height and a lot of athleticism. This is going to be a lot of floor burns and stuffed knees in this game.
We're ready to roll. Jumping it up for Archbishop Carroll will be Sarah Curran, and she's able to get it back into the hands of Megan Creighton. And Archbishop Carroll has the ball to start the basketball game in the road black uniforms. A great backdoor cut down low, and the basket's up and good by Rachel Pearson. Let's give some credit to her teammate on that play for making that outstanding screen on the baseline.
Yeah, Shannon Shields, number 10, with the screen.
Handling the basketball is Marjanovic. She takes it down low, finds a little bit of a seam, puts up a shot, won't fall. And then we're going to have a little bit of a foul and some contact on the rebound as Audra Phibbs, that late starter replacement, comes up with the rebound and then is fouled.
A really heady play by Phibbs is that she got the rebound, she was losing her balance, put the shot up and was fouled. Karen Pammer, John Hymans, Stephen Halous, the officials for this game.
Foul went against Shannon Shields. And batting the ball at Oakland Catholic. Taglianetti now hands the ball off to Marjanovic. And again, don't expect a high-scoring game at all. As we said in the pregame, there's only been one game of the 8 games played by these teams in which their opponent got over the 40-point mark. There's a 2-pointer from the corner, up and no good. Nice rebound into the hands of Shields. Trying to run a little bit. Again, good man-for-man defense. We talked about it in the first game, Steve. Good, smart man-to-man defense can really make a difference in a basketball game.
Absolutely, and especially right at the beginning, because there are going to be some nerves, and as we've seen, nerves on the offensive end.
3-pointer up and no good from Curran. And we're going to have it over the back. Little push from behind against Archbishop Carroll.
It's on Sarah Curran.
It's on Curran, right. And they're going to pick up all over the court.
And they will do this all game long.
Phibbs gets the ball right back into the hands of Bobby Baker. That's a nice pass down low. A lot of contact, no foul called. And Oakland Catholic gets the offensive rebound. No switching in this defense. A lot of time they like to get over the top or at least get under. I guess it depends on who the offensive player is as to whether you go under that screen or over.
Well, it's also interesting to notice the difference in spacing on the offensive end from each team. Oakland Catholic likes to spread it out a little bit, and a lot of their stuff takes place ahead of or on top of the free throw line, whereas Archbishop Carroll has everything packed as closely below the free throw line as possible.
Baker at the free throw line. That foul is against Shannon Shields. Baker's free throw is up, rolls off the rim, no good.
Olivia DeRogatis, number 22, in for Carroll.
Shannon Shields, by the way, has picked up her second personal foul in the early going.
Which is why DeRogatis is in.
Right. Baker's second attempt is up and finds its way down through the center of the net. 2-1. Both of these teams all over the place. Up floor quickly to Creighton. She'll settle things down. Ooh, gonna walk, yep. Thought about the shot, did Christy Constantino, and then decided to put her on the floor, but moved that pivot foot before she did.
Yeah, it's you can use an abacus to count the points in this game. It will be that deliberate.
Marjanovic brings the ball down the floor. Takes it down the left side. Looking for penetration. And again, good man-for-man defense. They like to set that high ball screen. It's a good move along the baseline with the left hand up and good. That is Rachel Vellotti.
Well, Vellotti did a nice job cutting down to the short post And on the dribble penetration by Baker, Bellotti was open. And a lot of that's good scouting. You understand that your opponent is going to double almost anything on dribble penetration. There's going to be some help someplace. And I'm sure that these players on both squads have been told, when you get into the lane, look around, there's going to be someone open.
Creighton misses the jumper. Oakland Catholic has it, looking to expand on their 1-point lead. Double high screen. Bellotti down the baseline. Tried to make a nice pass inside for Phibbs, and it's picked off. Oh, running the floor beautifully on that play is Archbishop Carroll's Sarah Curran. Makes a nice catch and is able to put it up and in.
I was going to say, the pass was good, the catch was better. That was a very athletic move by Curran.
Mrjenovic with the basketball, sees a seam and has it knocked away from behind. It appears to me, Steve, what we're seeing here is Mrjenovic or Taglianetti are trying to get into the lane area and looking into the corners for open shots. And it's worked a couple times. They haven't hit many shots yet.
Number 1, Mara Fitzgerald, and 25, Ife Uwazi in for Oakland Catholic.
Trying to drive is Bellotti. Well, there's a nice crossover. Pull-up jumper in the lane, no good. And the ball is tipped around and finally gathered in by Creighton. Creighton with the dribble on the far side. Good anticipation by Bobby Baker. Knocks the ball out of bounds. It'll stay in the hands of the Patriots from Archbishop Carroll.
Oakland Catholic still in that straight, hard-nosed man. On the other end, Chuck Creighton's been nice play that time.
Yeah, real nice job by number 22. That's Jada Epps. I'm sorry, number 22. That is Olivia DeRogatis who laid it up and in. And down the other end, holy mackerel, before you can think about it, that is Corey Taglianetti getting down the floor, laying it up and in, and the bucket counts, and a foul is called, and the foul will go against Archbishop Carroll. We'll take a break early on. 6-5, Archbishop Carroll leads Oakland Catholic in the Quad A championship game. You're watching PIAA championship basketball on the Pennsylvania Cable Network.
If you think the level of competition is impressive, wait till you see the level of coverage. High school meets high impact with MaxPreps.com, America's most comprehensive source for high school sports. Find out how your local teams compare, who's in the hunt to be state champs, and which teams and players are leaving their stamp on the national stage. Get pumped on your high school teams. Log on to MaxPreps.com.
Last year was a 1-point win for Mount Lebanon, ending the season for Archbishop Carroll. Steve, they may have a little bit of chip on their shoulder, wanting to come back and get the title this year.
I appreciate Coach Creighton saying that the experience helps. I'm one that believes that the experience of losing isn't one that's going to help you too much. But it was as tough and hard-nosed a game as you could possibly imagine. 1-point win by Mount Lebanon. And there you see head coach Dory Oldecker celebrating the victory. Chuck Creighton with the silver medals for his team. And there is Coach Creighton.
And a little bit of confusion as to when to start play and when not to start play. Now we're ready to go. And the first player to make a bucket in that highlight was Megan Creighton. So she's back here in the championship game for the second year in a row. Free throw is up and good by Taglianetti, and we're tied at 6. Heads up play there by Archbishop Carroll's DeRogatis, realizing she's not a ball handler, just slow down and let the rest of her teammates get there. Here's DeRogatis, nice screen down low. Unfortunately, couldn't get the shot to fall. Taglianetti on the wing, and we're going to have some contact, and Mara Fitzgerald will be fouled. And we'll see who the foul goes against. It'll be against number 15. It's Carrie Hunt. Mrjenovic and Audra Phibbs back into the game for Oakland Catholic. First quarter action tied at 6, a defensive struggle as we anticipated. Marjanovic at the top of the circle. Nice crossover dribble, and there's that kick to the corner, and the three-point shot is up and good. That's off the fingertips of Velati. Rachel Velati gives either team the largest lead of the game. It's at 3. And Oakland Catholic really giving some defensive pressure in the backcourt.
Well, both teams are, but Oakland Catholic has been constant man pressure. Archbishop Carroll has mixed things up a little bit, switching off screens for about 2 minutes there, and they're now back to face guarding man defense.
Creighton is fouled by Velati. Velati is asking for a push-off, didn't get the call. As you see, Archbishop Carroll looking to get the ball in. And anytime you have to throw the ball all the way across the court to get it in, that means the on-the-ball defense is pretty doggone good. Creighton moving down low. We're going to have another foul called against Oakland Catholic. I'm sorry.
I've been impressed with the energy that DeRogatis has brought to this Archbishop Carroll offense. She's doing a nice job of utilizing a lot of screens and cutting off of them, getting open.
That was on Baker. Baker picks up her first personal foul. On the wing is Constantino. Nice spin move. We'll take it down low and have an offensive foul. That's a pretty easy call for the official on that side. Is just a little bit out of control was Constantino. In good position on the inside.
Yeah, nice job by Marjanovic to take the charge.
That's the 6th team foul already on Archbishop Carroll. Marjanovic cuts to the corner, takes the inbounds pass. It's so hard to get into the offense you want to play if the opposing team is doing the type of defense they want. And I mentioned in the pregame show, it's which team is able to instill the will of their game plan on their opponent. There's a little bobble and no backcourt called. Apparently they felt it was tipped. Back the other way is Oakland Catholic. Marjanovic brings the ball back outside to Taglianetti. She tries to lean in but cannot. Driving baseline, and Baker puts up a shot, will not fall. And we have a tie-up, and the alternate possession will favor Oakland Catholic.
To further your thought about trying to get something going offensively, when the defender, and it doesn't make any difference which team has the ball in this case, is literally the same size as you are, I'm impressed with the matchups here. No one has an advantage. There is no physical advantage on this floor. 5-second call.
First 5-second call of the game, and we've come very close to a couple of those, so that will turn the ball over to Archbishop Carroll. Chuck Creighton pleased with what he saw. Creighton, nice little cut, getting the ball to Constantino out near the center court circle. Creighton again with it. Now wide open look at 3 for Creighton. That spins out no good. Nice offensive rebound by Epps. Again, trying to find an opening, but the man-for-man defense by Oakland Catholic is just very good. Here's Epps driving down low, puts it up strong off the basket and good, off the rim and off the backboard and good. And a real nice job. Or DeRogatis, I beg your pardon. That's DeRogatis.
First foul on Marjanovic.
And if there was a time where there was a little bit of a size mismatch, it's DeRogatis at 5'10", Marjanovic at 5'6".
And that's been counteracted by Shannon Boyle bringing in Chrissy Baronato for the first time.
Free throw is up and good by DeRogatis. 5th point of the game. Marjanovic avoids the double team that was coming. There's that kick into the corner. Nice double team that time. And you're going to see a travel? Yep. That's just good defense.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
3rd turnover of the game for Oakland Catholic. Minute 15, as you can see. Here's a look at the play. She stops. And no contact there. And then basically she just fell down. And she may have traveled even before she fell down. Whoops, there's a ball dribbled off her heel. And apparently they say that it was tipped. And we have a scrum, bodies flying everywhere. And who says basketball is a non-contact sport? Ball will stay in Oakland Catholic's hands.
And I think that the term or the phrase "let's get after it, girls" was mentioned in either of the or in both of their receipt on the floor in both of the locker rooms before the game, because, as I mentioned, probably as many floor burns as there will be points scored in this game.
That was a good look at the desire of these young ladies to get that basketball. They want it. The officials are having a discussion, not sure what it's about. The possession arrow favors Oakland Catholic.
And there's only been one change of possession, and that was the opening tap of this game on a held ball.
They're still talking about it, and Archbishop Carroll had lined up to inbound the basketball, so that is probably where some of the confusion is coming from. Tom King, who just happens to be the State College police chief here in Center County, is the official scorer across the way. Bob Lighty is one of his assistants over there. There's Chief King in the striped shirt. It's always good to have a friend who's a police chief, just in case.
Coach Creighton is trying to get his point across. I think he's satisfied with what he hears.
And it will be Archbishop Carroll basketball, so they're going to change it.
Yeah, which is why he's satisfied with what he hears.
So even though the arrow favors Oakland Catholic, Archbishop Carroll will get the basketball and they will not change. Well, now they do. I'm not sure what's going to happen. They left it in where it goes. Anyway, Archbishop Carroll has the basketball. We're tied at 9, under a minute to play. Here is Creighton driving down low, will not fall, and I think we're going to get a reach-in foul. And that will send Creighton to the free throw line to shoot a pair.
Oh, the foul that time's on Taglianetti.
So Megan Creighton, the senior, to the line for 2. On the way and good. Mara Fitzgerald will come back into the game to replace Velati for Oakland Catholic. One thing I've noticed in just about all the games we've seen today, there's some pretty doggone good free throw shooting. We're going to have a push-off, and Chrissy Baronato is going to get called for the personal foul, and that's going to give the ball right back. Actually, that is, yeah, that's going to give the ball right back to Archbishop Carroll.
Carrie Hunt comes out. Curran back in. In for the first time for Oakland Catholic is 23, Nicole Johnson.
Creighton looking to get it in, gets it to Curran, goes right back to Creighton. Leaves for Constantino, brings it outside to Creighton. Constantino to Curran. Quick touch pass outside, the three-point shot on its way and good. And that's off the fingertips of Rachel Pearson.
That's a great motion set that time. Once they get it into Curran, she's got 2 choices. She can either go up with it or kick it out, and she kicked it out.
As you can see, 4 Archbishop Carroll players down on the floor to tie up the play with Nicole Johnson. And this is a pretty good final minute for Archbishop Carroll. They have to be pleased with what they've seen in the last 45 seconds.
Carrie Hunt back in for the Patriots.
Bobby Baker to Marjanovic. She misses the long 3. It's an air ball. Here comes Creighton. 10 seconds to play in the half. Spin move back to Creighton. Penetrates, tried to go down low. Steal by Johnson. And a travel is going to be called on Johnson as she tried to get the ball down the floor. 4th turnover of the game against Oakland Catholic. And a really quick shot situation for Archbishop Carroll, as you see on the screen, just 1.4 seconds to go.
Shannon Shields back in for Archbishop Carroll.
Inbounding the ball will be Shields. They lob it up over the top. They go too far, so they'll bring it right out to the spot where it originally started. Turnover number 4.
Tried to hit Sarah Curran that time, and Curran slipped a little bit when she planted her foot to go deep for that pass.
I actually like the play. It's just execution wasn't quite there. And we have more confusion over at the scores table. The gentleman to the right waving his hands is Ange Montevino, and he is in charge of the substitutes as they come to the scores table. He makes sure they get there before the horn, the first horn sounds, et cetera, et cetera. Something happened that they tried to get into the game, Carrie Hunt, but were unable to do so.
Oh yeah, the clock hadn't started, so
no time went off the clock.
Still a dead ball.
Yeah.
Yep.
Here is Baker, has it. She's going to have to let it fly. Does. Oh. Put a dent in the backboard, but the bottom line is it did not go. We're through one quarter here in the Quad 8 championship game at the Bryce Jordan Center. Archbishop Carroll 14, Oakland Catholic 9. Steve and I will be back with more second half tip-off, second quarter tip-off after this on the Pennsylvania Cable Network.
Pretzels, baked, broken, then seasoned with mouth-watering flavors like honey mustard and onion, cheddar cheese, hot buffalo wing, and more. Snyder's flavored pretzel pieces. It's not just a pretzel, it's Snyder's sourdough.
The top 8 reasons why students should play interscholastic sports.
School spirit, sis boom ba. Is that what they used to say?
For the physical and mental workout.
To know the thrill of victory.
It's real, not virtual.
Hearing my mom over the crowd.
Because sports is a metaphor for life, right?
To just have fun.
And the number 1 reason why students should play interscholastic sports.
To get my family out of the house.
Back in a wild Bryce Jordan Center, the Archbishop Carroll fans like what they see so far. Their team has a 14-9 lead over Oakland Catholic.
And I think if you're Coach Chuck Creighton, you've got to like what you see too. 2 teams really getting after it defensively. His players have, I think, adjusted a little bit better spacing-wise, set-wise on the offensive end.
Backdoor cut, trying to find Pearson. Nice turnaround jumper up over the outstretched arms of Taglianetti. 7 points now for Pearson. And the lead is up to 7, 16-9. Tough man-for-man defense. And again, as you said, all these players are almost lookalikes. Baker, a deep 3 on the way, short. Rebound pulled down by Constantino. Creighton, and the bad pass by Constantino went right behind her teammate DeRogatis. That's the 5th turnover of the game. It seems to me that when Creighton has the ball in her hands, she seems to be the one that really settles this Archbishop Carroll team down.
Well, and settle's a good word because they have been settled. It looks a little frantic, but if you watch closely, there's a method to their madness. Right now, not so much for Oakland Catholic.
Baker crossover dribble has it knocked away, but it goes right into the hands of Velati. Mrjenovic with it. Top of the circle to Taglianetti. A lot of down screens. Baker through the middle, kicks it back outside to Mrjenovic. Still nothing there. Boy, Archbishop Carroll closes down any kind of a lane that might have been there and really shuts it off quickly.
Well, and in the man defense, the defenders are so close to the person they're defending that closing out is not that difficult.
And they're very aware of Bobby Baker anywhere she might be, and we're going to have a blocking foul and a tough one on Constantino. That'll be her 2nd personal foul of the game, and quickly up off the bench to check in for Archbishop Carroll is Shannon Shields.
The other thing is that would help Oakland Catholic, and it sounds trite. It would help if they would make some of the outside shots, because that's all that they're getting right now. And because of that, when they're not shooting a really good percentage, it makes matters even worse.
At the free throw line is Velati. Front end of the 1-and-1 is good. 7th team foul on Archbishop Carroll, so Oakland Catholic will be at the line, barring player possession fouls for the remainder of the half. Velotti's second free throw rolls off, no good. Nice rebound pulled down by DeRogatis. Creighton with the dribble has it knocked away and almost has it taken away from behind. We're going to have a foul called, and I think this is going to go against Creighton. As she was trying to get the ball back, she knocked down Velotti. And Oakland Catholic, bottom line is Oakland Catholic, they're going to call that a loose ball foul. So is it a shooting foul? Or
I think it is a shooting foul because
they're talking about it.
Well, they're going to say she had possession, and she did.
Yeah, that's a good call.
That is a good call.
We have the ability to look at that replay. But that'll put Velotti right back at the free throw line. Phipps checks out. Fitzgerald in for Oakland Catholic. Velotti 1 for 2 a moment ago. Misses the front end, will not get the bonus. Shields now brings it up against the pressure from Baker. On the near wing to Pearson, who's been relatively quiet. Now Creighton has it. Looks like they're trying to run a little bit of a weave.
Well, the good spacing when they get it in the top of the circle. Really nice. If nothing else, it gives them an outlet to pass the basketball.
That's a great job on the defensive end by Velotti, who missed the free throw. Creighton went strong to the basket, and Velotti was right there, didn't give her a lane, and drew the charge. Second foul on Creighton.
Yeah, that's tough. Watch it here. This is just tough. That's giving yourself up.
Very nice job defensively. That's just good help defense.
Yep.
And you can't have a real good man-for-man defense unless you do have some help. Drive to the basket by Marjanovic, could get it to fall.
They cleared out the lane and let her drive, but what that also did was took away any chance at an offensive rebound.
Creighton weaving around, finally goes down the floor, and a nice job of reaching in. It looked like Velotti again, getting a hand on the attempted shot by Creighton. They call it a tie-up, and the alternate possession will go to Archbishop Carroll.
We'll see it here. Creighton with the strong drive. Yep, that's just good, solid defense.
No doubt about that one. Fitzgerald with the dribble. They've gone to a 4-out and 1. Well, there's a backcourt violation. Basically what they've done, Steve, is they put a player in all four corners, the old Phil Ford four corners trick, and they're trying to create some opportunities. We'll see if they continue to do that, but that's what they did the last couple times.
And if you make shots, whether it's outside shots or drives down the lane, that's great. If you don't, as mentioned before, very little chance at an offensive rebound.
Creighton with the basketball, covered by Fitzgerald. Shields. DeRogatis. Shields, and they've kind of spread things out a little bit as well. They're keeping everybody out of the paint except for a cutter or two. It takes a lot of patience to be patient. As we see the shot, as soon as I mention patience, the shot goes up. An offensive rebound results in Shields coming up with a two-pointer.
Pearson with the rebound, kick out to Shields. 12-footer is good.
There's Baker down the lane, and same thing. Shields reaches in and ties Baker up. The alternate possession will go back to Archbishop Carroll.
Archbishop Carroll doing a lot of motion, screen-to-screener type of stuff. Doing anything to get open. And it all starts, we'll see here. Baker strong through the lane, and Shields with the tie-up.
7th turnover for Archbishop Carroll. Nice catch on the inbounds pass by Curran. That looked like it was going to go past her. Shields down the floor quickly, and a foul is going to be called. That will be team foul number 6 against Oakland Catholic, so a non-shooting foul.
And that's 2 on Bobby Baker. Oakland Catholic could use Baker to get a little bit more involved offensively. Everyone in this game is involved defensively.
Shields, Constantino, and Curran all on the floor with 2 personal fouls. There's a reach in. You almost saw that one coming. He's reaching in with the with the right hand was Vellotti. She now has 2 personal fouls. And that is the 17th foul, so it's a 1 plus the bonus for Archbishop Carroll. Constantino up and good. She'll get the bonus. Second free throw is up and rattles out no good. Curran, good job to come up with the offensive rebound. Out to Constantino. 3-pointer will not fall. Boy, I'm impressed with Vellotti here in this game so far. And a nice move by Fitzgerald, and apparently she got her second hand on the ball and picks up a turnover as Fitzgerald trying to go strong to the basket. 8th turnover of the game. 3:52 remaining in the first half. It is Archbishop Carroll 19, Oakland Catholic 10. PIAA basketball continues after this on the Pennsylvania Cable Network.
For 40 years, the Pennsylvania Housing Finance Agency has helped people with their housing needs, and we continue to innovate. Our home mortgage programs offer new, more competitive interest rates and down payment and closing cost assistance. Plus, we've kept our most popular features like free homebuyer education and exceptional customer service for the life of your loan. Visit our website or give us a call. We offer home mortgages that fit your budget. We're PHFA. Welcome home.
All right, Steve, you're an internet guru kind of guy.
I was just going to say, there's some folks getting social. If you're interested in social media, you can follow PCN on Facebook. It's facebook.com/PCNTV. You asked me before if I tweet. Are you on Facebook?
I am.
Oh, okay.
Not much. I just go there every once in a while to promote something here and there. Archbishop Carroll with the basketball, and the 9-point lead in Oakland Catholic has had a miserable time trying to get an offense going. Curran hands it off to Creighton. Long 3-point shot on the way off the mark, no good. Curran keeps it alive, and good hustle by Archbishop Carroll to come up with that. That was Rachel Pearson.
They're looking to probe a little bit with the dribble, and if it's not there, then they just take it around the top and onto the wing.
Little flare pass after the high screen. Pearson looked like she might be able to get a shot off, but did not. He just reset it. There's a nice cut to the basket, and the ball comes down off the head of Constantino. It goes out of bounds, and again, another one of those reach-in tie-up shots. So she was on her way to the basket. I thought she had a clear sail.
If he was back in for Oakland Catholic.
And Jess Brzezinovich back into the game also for Oakland Catholic. Token pressure on the inbounds play.
Yeah, and once it crosses half court,
it's different.
It ain't token anymore.
Baker, who's had a real difficult time. Nice defense by Constantino. And forcing the miss, and with the rebound is Creighton. Head of the pack. Curran does a nice job keeping her feet underneath her, and there's another big offensive rebound for Pearson. Now she's open in the corner and takes that. That is short. Curran keeps it alive again, and another offensive rebound. Creighton drives, and Pearson's going to try the same spot. This time, much better results.
The ability to make that extra pass and allow her to set her feet makes all the difference in the world.
You see Chuck Creighton, he's pretty happy with what he sees so far. His team has a 12-point lead, 22-10 in the latter stages of this second quarter. And you mentioned that you expected this game to be a very defensive-oriented game. It seems like Archbishop Carroll's had a little bit better luck as you look at the offensive rebound by Curran.
There's the pass to Creighton, and then
I think this is the miss.
From Pearson to Creighton, back to Pearson, who's wide open. And one of the interesting things there is that Pearson passes it to Creighton. Creighton's on the wing. She makes that little probing couple dribble penetration. Everybody collapses on her, like I'm sure that they're taught. And that leaves Pearson wide open for the second try. If you make 1 out of 2 in threes, that's pretty good.
That won't hurt you at all. Brzezinovich will bring it down. 12-point lead. 12-point deficit, I should say, for Oakland Catholic. Again, 4 in the corners, little 4-corner spread. Back before the shot clock, an offense that Phil Ford of North Carolina made very famous. Fitzgerald drives and a great block. She got her own rebound and then is called for stepping on the end line. Good defense again by Archbishop Carroll.
Yeah, you hear so often that a team needs a bucket or a team needs a stop. Oakland Catholic is in dire need of any kind of points because they've had no success since about the 2-minute mark left in the first quarter.
Creighton does a nice job not turning it over, then takes it down the lane, and I think we're going to have a foul called against Uwezi. Nope, I beg your pardon. The foul is going to go against Mrjenovic. So that will put Megan Creighton at the free throw line.
That name sounds familiar. Yeah, she's the coach's kid. Nicole Johnson back in. If you in any way, shape, or form are interested in Civil War history or Pennsylvania history, join us for the Gettysburg Battle Walks July 1st, 2nd, and 3rd here on Pennsylvania's Neighborhood, PCN.
Second free throw is good. 23-10 now for Archbishop Carroll. And if there was a time that Oakland Catholic could desperately use a basket, it has to be now, as you were saying.
Well, and
for confidence sake, if nothing else.
You've diagrammed what they're doing very well. The problem is they're getting absolutely nothing once it comes out on top and they try for some sort of dribble penetration. They're left with shooting 3-pointers.
Gigliotti almost took it. Fitzgerald, nice head fake to get around Shields, but right there to cut her off was Carrie Hunt. Just good man-for-man team defense. Uwezi can find nothing. Again, a look at a deep three, but they don't take it. Constantino closes out. Fitzgerald has no room and is going to get called for traveling. Just trying to make something happen, Steve, and they just can't seem to find a way to do it.
That's about as big a seam as you're going to find in that Archbishop Carroll offense, and it took a travel to get it done.
10th turnover of the game for the Eagles. Now we're going to get a little bit of 1-2-2 trapping defense, and they handle it beautifully, and Archbishop Carroll gets the ball back to Curran. Constantino, wide open look at three, a little bit off the mark. Rebound by Baker. We're under a minute to play in the second quarter. Nice move down low. Excuse me, I didn't mean to step on you there, Steve. Nice move, but Uwezi couldn't finish.
Well, I was just going to say, the other thing that offensive setup does is that it pretty much eliminates any offensive movement except for the player with the ball, which means that that player is essentially going one-on-one or maybe two sometimes, depending on any kind of help defense. It's not conducive to getting easy points. They either have to take some of those threes or change the philosophy, because what they're doing lately is not getting it done for them. That foul was on Nicole Johnson.
That will put DeRogatis at the free throw line. 25.8 seconds to go.
She's had a fine game off the bench.
She has.
Gave them some spark in the first quarter and has been very, very steady in handling a lot of the OC pressure here in the second quarter.
This is the second. Rebound is pulled down by Uwezi. And we're down to the 22nd mark. Taglianetti trying to find a seam, nowhere to go. Long skip pass across. Figliotti. Has it again. That's a deep three for her. That's a big bucket right there. They needed that as the clock winds down to the final seconds here of the first half.
Well, Steve, that bucket, a very positive thing to end the half on, but they're going to need a lot more in the second half.
When players come off the floor at the end of the quarter, everybody slaps hands. If you didn't make that bucket, you're slapping hands like, oh yeah, go to. Now they're doing it well. Halftime, 24-13. Mike Zambelli, Jim Wills with the halftime report after this on PCN, Pennsylvania's cable network.
I am an engineer,
web designer,
a systems analyst,
a network security specialist.
I am technical support,
a PC technician,
customer service.
We are working together
to bring you better,
faster, and more reliable data connections.
Engineering the next generation
of smart technology
in your community.
We're connecting homes,
businesses,
and beyond.
We are
Penn Teledata.
Get your DVD of this PIAA championship for just $24.95 plus shipping and PA sales tax, or own it on Blu-ray technology for $29.95 plus shipping and PA sales tax. To order your copy, go to PCNTV.com or call 1-866-726-8433.
A graduate of Oakland Catholic High School, current head coach Shannon Boyle now addresses her team inside the locker rooms here at the Bryce Jordan Center on the campus of Penn State University. Her team trailing Archbishop Carroll 24-13 as we are at the half. Mike Zambelli joined by Jim Wills. Jim, two teams that are very similar in their records at 28-2, similar in their style of plays. The difference in this first half, Carroll's ability to execute at times offensively.
Yeah, that's definitely the difference, Mike. You know, it's a situation where they got some good inside play from their big people, get some rebounds, and are able to open some things up and score some points. Not a lot of points, but some points enough to have a nice, comfortable lead at halftime.
In a game as low scoring as this one, you get the double digits as Rachel Pearson did. You are doing a heck of a job.
You are, and she's got 10 points here in the first half. That's her season average is around 10, so you can take a look at the things that she's done. They get her inside, they spread the floor, got her inside nice a couple times here, then she goes from the outside and hits a nice shot from the outside as well. So she's doing a great job, and nice turnaround jumper down there too, and you're getting Sarah Kearns giving her some rebounding advantage inside, and they're giving her a good look at the kick out there. So you're getting a nice job of inside-outside play, but the key is that they get some good play from the inside people.
On the other end of the coin for Oakland Catholic, it has certainly been a struggle offensively. That three to end the half, a monstrous three, and when you're in a defensive kind of a game, that can go a long way. But Jim, just 13 points in that first half. They're going to have to find a way to score some points in the second half.
Yeah, they were really in a drought there, Mike. They only had 1 point going into the last half minute of the quarter, so that three was big, as you said, but they got to find some ways to do some different things and get some openings. But credit the Carroll defense. That's the difference in this ball game so far.
Can't be surprised to see these two teams slugging it out defensively. When you look at the year, last 18 games for Archbishop Carroll, they've allowed only 40 points twice, and on the other end of the spectrum, just 7 times all year long. Here's a look at some successful offense for the Eagles in that first half.
Yeah, Rachel Vigliotti did a nice job, had 9 points in the first half. Did some good things from the inside, some good things from the outside as well. So there's the start that you're going to see in the second half if they can get her a little bit more opportunities.
You have to wonder if the free throw line's not going to play in the final tally in this one as to who wins or loses this basketball game.
I definitely will, because they're going to be scratching and crawling here in this whole second half.
Absolutely. Take advantage of that free throw line, and you just could very well be a state champion by game's end. Your girls' 4A championship game continues when we return here to the Bryce Jordan Center at Penn State University. Archbishop Carroll, a runner-up a year ago. They're ahead here, 24-13.
This PIAA championship is being brought to you in part by the following organizations.
For 40 years, the Pennsylvania Housing Finance Agency has helped people with their housing needs, and we continue to innovate. Our home mortgage programs offer new, more competitive interest rates and down payment and closing cost assistance. Plus, we've kept our most popular features like free homebuyer education and exceptional customer service for the life of your loan. Visit our website or give us a call. We offer home mortgages that fit your budget. We're PHFA. Welcome home.
Let's take a look at some of the highlights from the first half, Steve Bowen, and you're going to see a variety of things happening here for Archbishop Carroll.
Well, for Carroll, they're getting some easy hoops off of some backdoor screens and some breakouts off of turnovers. And there we see DeRogatis with a nice cut. She had a big first half. And then it's Rachel Vellotti for Oakland Catholic. She had 9 of their 13 points in the first half, including 2 threes, none bigger than the one we're going to see next, right at the end of the half when they desperately needed some points.
And that was a pretty deep three nonetheless, and the buzzer went off and as the ball left their hand, so a huge bucket in that situation.
Yeah, field goal percentage 42 to 25, points in the paint 6-0, points off turnovers 14-3. Not good for Oakland Catholic.
Marjanovic, Taglianetti, Phipps, Baker, and Velati on the floor for Oakland Catholic. Shields, Creighton, Pearson, Constantino, and Curran on the floor for Archbishop Carroll. As we start the second half, 16 minutes to play, and Oakland Catholic's got some work to do. They've got to find a way to get some sort of offense working outside of Rachel Velati.
They started things up high and now moved it underneath the free throw line.
Tough shot by Marjanovic. And again, as the boys said at halftime, Mike and Jim, as we've been saying, this is all about the Archbishop Carroll defense. And there's a great position inside by Curran, sealing with her hip and going high off the glass to get the bucket.
Kind of like they started the first quarter with Curran with a nice move to get open.
Baker to Marjanovic to Velati. It's a very smart defense too, although you see a chance taken there by Creighton. It didn't result in anything, and then Baker can't get the shot to fall, and then there's Creighton to get the rebound.
The rebounding differential was only 3 in the first half. It just seems, though, like a lot more because of the poor shooting percentage by Oakland Catholic.
Velati's a pretty good defensive player, really keeping Creighton from getting any penetration. There's a backdoor cut. Then they go to Curran. Curran floater in the lane. Up and good. 5'11" junior. Adds to the lead. Baker back the other way, really out of control. And there's Constantino with the rebound. Creighton, long skip pass across. 3-point shot up and good. And that makes it tough as Pearson hits the three. And we're going to see a timeout called as Shannon Boyle says we've got to make a change or we've got to figure something out here because all of a sudden it's an 18-point lead.
When you have both teams that are playing really tough, stressful defense, and one team comes out at the start of the third quarter and makes it look easy in spite of the effort. Yeah, this is a great skip pass all the way across the defense to Pearson, who's wide open.
Now, the help defense on that side should be in the paint, but when you saw that, you saw the help defense all the way across the paint, so just too far to go to recover.
And it's not just getting open, but it's the recognition by Pearson, the passer, or by Creighton, the passer, to see that she's there and no one's going to get there faster than the ball will. And
there's nothing better than when your players are smart enough as you get a look at the eagle from Oakland Catholic. It's nothing better than when you have the spacing to provide those pass opportunities.
And Oakland Catholic has had 3 possessions in the third quarter, 1 and done on each time.
Baker down the floor, 3 players chasing her. Fitzgerald forces up a shot, no good. Pearson with the rebound, and look at Curran running the floor again. Nice move to avoid the defender. Couldn't get the shot to fall, and Velati's right there to pull down the rebound.
This deficit is certainly not for lack of trying. They've really hustled all game long. It's been a case of their offensive woes, and as Mike and Jim said, most of that predicated by the tough defense by Archbishop Carroll. There's
Baker drives and tries to get something to happen and may have finally gotten a foul called. Constantino, I believe, is going to get called for the personal foul as you get a good look at her.
And I think that's her third.
She kind of had an idea she was going to come out of the game because she's headed to the bench and right over to the scorer's table is Carrie Hunt to check in as Baker at the free throw line and gets that one to fall.
They were 3 of 6 in the first half, and you know, when you're looking up at a 17-point deficit, boy, free throws become just so much more crucial.
Second free throw by Baker is also good. As you mentioned, 3 fouls on Constantino. And bounce pass to Creighton. And I'm very impressed with Velati's defense, considering she has 9 of the 15 points as well. She's doing a yeoman's work out there for Oakland Catholic.
Nicole Johnson, a nice job on Curran, who's shown to be a very athletic 5'11".
Curran with the basketball, puts it on the floor. Kind of a Hail Mary shot as she was a little out of control, and the rebound is pulled down by Johnson. Fitzgerald, Johnson, Taglianetti, Baker, and Velati on the floor for Oakland Catholic. Taglianetti to Johnson. Near side Baker, sees a seam, penetrates, puts up the soft jumper, good. And that's a good call by the official. After the release of the ball, I don't think Baker had come down on the floor yet, and Pearson was boxing her out and knocked her right to the floor.
And it's a great set run that time by Oakland Catholic for two reasons. One, the spacing was outstanding. Two, the patience that they showed, because they've been in kind of a helter-skelter mode, trying to make up that 15-point deficit that's now 14.
Baker missed the free throw. Archbishop Carroll had the rebound, lost it, and Baker picked it up and puts it in, and all of a sudden it's a 14-point game.
Yeah, it's tough to say that with, still half of the third quarter left, that this is a key possession for Archbishop Carroll. But it is. They need to stem the momentum tide that Oakland Catholic has got from their offense.
Oh, beautiful play, and then Pearson lost it on the way up. I don't know if it had to do with a foul on Johnson that she was unable to make the shot, but from our angle it certainly looked like she had a easy shot inside, but Johnson fouled her, and at least Pearson will have to go to the free throw line and earn the 2 points.
Rachel Kroner getting ready to check in for Oakland Catholic.
Pearson's first of 2 on the way and good.
Well, she now has 14 points, and it's, I don't want to say quiet because it can't be when your team only has 32, but it's not been one of those razzle-dazzle 14 points. She's hit a couple of big threes, some nice putbacks. It's been a nice game for Rachel Pearson.
Make it stays at 14. You're exactly right, because as Johnson hits the deck after getting the rebound, I was about to say the same thing. I was surprised to see that Pearson had that many. Look at Baker flying down the floor, a little out of control, and there's Pearson to come up with the rebound.
Boy, one good, patient possession, and then back to the helter-skelter. There's a whole bunch of time left, and somehow Shannon Boyle's got to get that across to her kids, that if we take this one possession at a time, that's the way to get back into it.
Creighton trying to come across the top of the key, and she's fouled by Velati, who picks up personal foul number 3. 3:54 to play third quarter. 32-19, Archbishop Carroll leading Oakland Catholic. Take a break. Back with more Quad A championship action after this on the Pennsylvania Cable Network.
Today, a fever will be treated with warmth. A cut with more than a bandage. Today, a twisted ankle will come with a nice shoulder to lean on. Because today, the most considerate and professional urgent care will be found right around the corner at MedExpress. Just like it is every day. MedExpress is open 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. 7 days a week. Visit medexpress.com to find a location near you.
Sarah Curran, the 5'11 junior. Great job running the floor. Screening off and then screening the screener. She gets it there and then puts it on the floor. You've seen all of her points. She seems like she's had a much bigger impact on this game, Jerry.
I totally agree with you.
I was surprised. I looked up, she only had 6 points.
Well, I think she's been omnipresent, if you will. She's been right there with a lot of opportunities. As far as rebounding goes for Curran, it's not like she's tearing it up on the boards, but she's out there, and you know she's there, and she just is making an impact with her presence. Pearson with it to Creighton. As Archbishop Carroll with a 13-point lead, at one point was at 18. So Oakland Catholic is playing a little bit better offensively. And I'm liking the movement in their offense right now as Creighton almost loses it. Velati stays on the floor with 3 personal fouls, but basically, as you see Curran again to the basket, now she's got 8.
That's the old screen the screener play. She set a screen for Shields coming across and then rolled down the lane.
Fitzgerald down the lane, kind of weaves her way inside, can't get it to go, and there's Curran again. On the right side is Creighton. Velati with the defense, and Shannon Boyle and Velati have been in the officials' ears asking for a push-off with that free arm with Creighton. Right side to Pearson. Curran wisely puts it on the floor, covered by Baker. A little spin in the lane. That won't fall. And Velati does a nice job saving it right through the legs of her teammate and laid up and in by Creighton. So that's just a little bit of unluckiness right there.
Everything went right for Oakland Catholic until they tried to throw it back in.
Baker quickly takes the three-pointer from the top of the circle and makes it. So Baker cuts the lead back to 14, but they're going to have to do much, much more than that. And Archbishop Carroll cannot get the ball inbounds. Oakland Catholic, I think, caught him a little bit by surprise with more aggressiveness on the inbounds play.
Well, and also fronting the inbounder. They haven't done that all evening long. That was a little bit of a switch, and as you mentioned, Jerry, it caused them some consternation.
Back into the game is Brzenovich. She has it. Vigliotti's been relatively quiet here in the second half. Brzenovich trying to find an opening. Now Baker again, no good. Rebound by Creighton.
Better offensive set, though. Everybody touched it. They moved it well. Good spacing. Shot just didn't fall. They look good when they're patient, Jerry.
They do. And there is Curran again. This time wisely using the left hand from the left side of the court. Anytime you have a high school player that has the knowledge to do that, they're obviously a pretty good basketball player.
They overload the side that Curran's on. She sets a screen and then again just rolls off of that screen and is wide open.
Shannon Boyle calls another timeout. This will be a full timeout.
Here's Bobby Baker, as we mentioned, leading scorer in the playoffs, coming in, averaging 19.5 points a game. Strong move there, then the steal. And now from the top of the circle, that's a quick release and a good one.
And she has been the offense in the second half. Vigliotti was the offense in the first half. Now, I asked you before if you tweeted.
I do.
You do?
No, wait. No, I don't tweet. But you can follow PCN on Twitter. You go to twitter.com/PCNTV. No, I don't. I just feel uncomfortable saying
I almost had you talked into that you did.
Yeah.
A couple of substitutions into the game for Oakland Catholic. Nicole Johnson and Ifeoluzi into the game. Out on the floor along with Vigliotti, Brzenovich, and Baker. Pearson, go ahead.
I was going to say Pearson, DeRogatis, Creighton, Curran, and Cosentino for Archbishop Carroll.
Baker out of the center court circle, trying to get her team into a set. Brzenovich, top of the circle. Uvezi, outside Baker. Vigliotti, three-point shot on the way, and Creighton is going to get called for the foul, forcing her way through Uvezi, who was setting a nice pick at the top of the circle to free up the shooter.
Yeah, it was a great screen, and Creighton just barreled through it.
Third foul.
We talk about the spacing is better for Oakland Catholic, but so too is the movement defensively for Archbishop Carroll. They're really reacting to most screens. That's the first one we've seen in a while that they haven't somehow slipped through.
Baker to trigger into Brzenovich. Covered by Shields. Near side Baker. And here's a deep three on the way. It's short. Rebound by Vigliotti. Takes it down below with the left hand around Curran, off the glass and good. 11 points. Now for Vigliotti. Here's a trap on the wing. And we have a quick timeout called by Chuck Creighton, trying to save the possession.
With the score, Archbishop Carroll 38, Oakland Catholic 24.
Tomorrow on I'm sorry, Steve.
I was just going to say, this is the second of 2 girls games today, and there are 4 total. So let's talk about tomorrow. And there's one of the teams there in our second game. It's Archbishop Wood against Lancaster Catholic. That's the Wood team. But we open tomorrow at noon with an interesting game. Contrasting styles, Steelton High Spire versus North Catholic, and there's the North Catholic team. So that should be interesting, if nothing else, because we get to see Malaya DeFreitas from Steel High. She's 27 points away from 1,000 for this season.
First game today, we were trying to see if Rachel Forging could get 1,000 for her career, but DeFreitas looking for 1,000 in the season. That's quite a year.
It is quite a year, and what's interesting is that both of those teams in the A game have gotten there with a little bit of problems. There was a game for Steelton High Spire where they literally, the opponent literally took Tate DeFreitas out of the game. She only scored 13. They still won by 12. Same for North Catholic. They had a problem early, I think their second game, with one of their big scorers being taken away from the offense. But a sign that both of those teams are a lot more well-rounded than just their stars.
More extended pressure being applied by Oakland Catholic, perhaps sensing as we wind down to the end of the third quarter that it may be getting close to desperation time. Great ball movement by Archbishop Carroll. They get a shot in the corner for 3. It does not fall. And a battle for the rebound, and it goes out of bounds at the end of the third quarter. And Archbishop Carroll has to feel pretty good about where they stand right now. Their defense is playing well. They did give up 14 points in that quarter. 38-14. Archbishop Carroll with the lead over Oakland Catholic. The final quarter of this Quad A championship game of the PIAA Girls Championships is coming up after this on Pennsylvania's cable network.
For 40 years, the Pennsylvania Housing Finance Agency has helped people with their housing needs, and we continue to innovate. Our home mortgage programs offer new, more competitive interest rates and down payment and closing cost assistance. Plus, we've kept our most popular features like free homebuyer education and exceptional customer service for the life of your loan. Visit our website or give us a call. We offer home mortgages that fit your budget. We're PHFA. Welcome home.
Beautiful look at the Bryce Jordan Center as you see the scores by quarters. The best, most productive quarter by far for Oakland Catholic, the third with 11. But Archbishop Carroll double figures in each of the first 3 quarters, hence a 14-point lead.
Oakland Catholic has been looking to trap, especially on the wings. Archbishop Carroll's done a nice job of ball movement, using the dribble, and then finding an open teammate to alleviate the pressure.
They extend their pressure to the midcourt stripe. That is Uvezi at the top of that zone. They skip it up top to Creighton. Creighton on the wing to Shields, and really a hustling defense by Oakland Catholic. They realize they need to come up with some steals and some stops with this Archbishop Carroll team. And again, the issue here is you can do a wonderful job defensively and run into problems, because if you get good ball movement, as you saw there from Archbishop Carroll, as the foul is picked up by Chrissy Baronato, without a shot clock, you can force the team to work the ball around so much outside, you're losing valuable time.
The ball movement's been good. More importantly, against this trapping defense, it's been exceptionally quick, and that's led to a lot of outlets available for Carroll. They'll bring someone up from the low post to the high post. That flash gets somebody open. We saw DeRogatis that time. She hit the 2 free throws. I think she caught Oakland Catholic a little bit by surprise with that take to the hoop.
Baker drove in the lane, creating a little bit of a hole for Taglianetti, but she could not hit the shot. And then a foul is going to be called against Oakland Catholic. And was that Vigliotti? It was not.
No, it was on Ifiuezi.
It's a good look at her. 5'11" senior. Pearson gets it into Shields. Right back to Pearson. Dangerous pass to Creighton over her head, and Taglianetti comes up with the steal. Far side Baker. Wide open look for Vigliotti. That's short. Vasey comes up with the rebound, and a foul is going to be called inside. Either DeRogatis, and it will be DeRogatis picking up. No, I'm sorry, number 10. That's on Shannon Shields.
Good look from the corner that time by Baker to Vellotti out on top. Baker looked like she had a shot. Vellotti had a better look. And nice pass by Baker. Uezi with the offensive rebound. And the chance for 2 free throws. Gets them both.
40-25, 15-point deficit. 40-26, I beg your pardon. 14-point deficit. Archbishop Carroll taking their time. They do need to cross the midcourt stripe in 10, and they do. DeRogatis, and a reach-in foul is going to be called on Baker. And that will be team foul number 5 on Oakland Catholic.
Oakland Catholic's defensive pressure as Archbishop Carroll teetering a little bit on the edge between controlled chaos and a little bit of helter-skelter.
There's a nice step in by Taglianetti to knock the ball out of bounds on the pass intended for Pearson down the sideline.
They've made a couple of passes maybe a little bit too quickly. A little bit more patience would help out tremendously.
Backdoor to Curran. Curran, nice soft touch. The ball dances on the rim and falls. Increasing the lead to 16. Baker crossover dribble right down the lane, puts it up too strong. Look at Uezi high in the air to get the rebound. Kicks it out nicely to Vigliotti. Her shot's no good, and Uezi is right there to put it up and in. They're fighting.
Well, they've got it down to 14. There's 6.5 to play. It's improbable, but certainly not impossible.
Need a couple of stops. Shields, top of the circle, almost a bad pass to DeRogatis. Leaves it for Creighton.
They've gone away from the trapping defense, back to the solid man.
Pearson to Curran, and she traveled with the basketball. Good call by the official. And there's the turnover, which in a sense turns into a stop. Madison Caulfield checks into the game, as does Mara Fitzgerald for Oakland Catholic. Constantino is into the game to replace DeRogatis for Archbishop Carroll. Man-for-man defense, both teams all the way across the board. Fitzgerald leaves for Baker. Baker tries to find a seam and then tried to make a pass down the baseline. It went off the hands of, I believe, Pearson and hit the bottom of the backboard, so it will stay in the hands of the Eagles. Baker needs help. Tried to find something inside. A tie-up is called, and the alternate possession will stay in the hands of Oakland Catholic.
Oakland Catholic runs 1 or 2 good sets, and then they come up with something that looks totally out of sync and out of kilter.
Here's Caulfield, long three-pointer. That is short, and trying to save it is Baker, but stepped on the end line before she touched the ball. And that will give the ball back over to Archbishop Carroll. 5:45 to play in this Quad A championship game. There's the set play, and look who's out in front. It's Curran, and Curran is fouled by Taglianetti, and that was a great pass from, I believe, was it Creighton that let that fly?
No, it was...
or Shields.
It was Shields.
Yeah. And those aren't the easiest passes to make. A lot of times you see those passes go too short or way too far, but that was right on the money. Free throw by Curran up and good, giving her 13 points on the evening.
You see new things in all sorts of sports. The emergence of tight ends in the NFL the last couple of years. I think the athletic bigs in girls basketball has been something that we haven't necessarily always seen not just athleticism in the paint, but the ability to run the floor.
Bigliotti looks tired as that shot was woefully short. Rebound by Baker, tried to kick it back outside, and we're going to have an over and back violation. You know, I talked about the gentleman at the scores tables. The gentleman over there working the scores tables for these basketball games, all 8 of these games this weekend, they are not fill-ins. These are the guys that do it for all of the Penn State Nittany Lion and Lady Lion basketball games, and they're pretty good at what they do.
Having been here, I guess having been here before does make a difference.
It certainly does. And there's a backdoor cut by Curran. Curran with another bucket, now giving her 16 points on the afternoon or the evening.
And 8 of those points off of great passes either over the defense or beyond the defense with the long throw and catch.
Shields trying to make a play defensively, bumps into the player for Oakland Catholic. 4th foul against Shields. 15 foul. And Shields will check out of the game, and checking in is Kerry Hunt. Fitzgerald looking for a seam, finds Marjanovic. Now Bigliotti has it. Just nowhere to go. They are so well schooled on how to play defensively. Ball's knocked away from Marjanovic and picked up by Constantino. 3-point shot from the corner. Up and good by Creighton. And boy, that one hurt.
That one hurt in a big way.
And Shannon Boyle says we're going to have to talk about it. She calls a full timeout because all of a sudden that 14-point lead that we were talking about might be doable is all of a sudden ballooned to 28.
We'll take a look at the ball movement here by Archbishop Carroll. There's the strong cut by Pearson for the hoop. Now to DeRogatis, and I'm guessing we're going to see 42. Yeah, right there.
That was that early play in the 3rd quarter where they came out and just posted her up, and she just made a nice move.
And they're passing it over the defender to Curran.
There's that page just a few moments ago.
Yep.
Very impressed with Curran. Either side of the basket is able to use either hand, puts it up and in. We want to say thank you to everyone involved in these state finals, and a big thank you to all the cable companies that carry PCN, bringing the sights and sounds of the 2012 PIAA Boys and Girls State Championship games.
And we want to thank the guys from Service Electric who are providing all of these pictures, wonderful pictures, the great sound. Wish they could have done something with my hairdo, but you know, we'll take pictures and sound. But year in and year out, the Service Electric fellas do an outstanding job of bringing you these state championships. Now we talk about being impressed with things. I was impressed that last time down the floor on the defensive end. Chuck Creighton with a nice job of changing up his defense.
Baker takes the 3, no good. Nice offensive rebound by Bigliotti. Fitzgerald drives baseline. Good job by Curran not to foul her, but just get in her way enough to force a missed shot. Bigliotti's reaching in. She's just trying to do anything she can right now, and she will pick up the personal foul, and that is her 4th. And you can see the frustration on her face.
Well, and it's frustrating for a lot of reasons, not the least of which is that her team's down by 21. And again, not due to lack of effort on her part. She's been outstanding against Creighton defensively this evening.
I was going to say that's one of the things that impresses me about her is the way she plays defense. As Creighton hits the first 7th team foul on Oakland Catholic, so it is bonus time for the Patriots. Creighton gets them both. And the lead has now moved up to 23. Baker, right side to Marjanovic. Down low to Taglianetti. Nice pass on the far block. Up and no good by Kroner. And we have another tie-up, and the alternate possession will go to Archbishop Carroll.
We talked before about Rachel Pearson not seemingly having one of those games, and yet on that last play, the rebound goes up. she's the one that tips it into the hands of her teammate. She didn't get the rebound, but she helped the rebound.
Good crisp passes, and Curran, nice strong hands to come up with that unselfish pass on the wing, and the shot is up and good off the hands of Carrie Hunt, who gets a bucket here in the championship game. Far side, now Janovich has it. Janovich gets it to Baker. High screen they can do nothing with. As the man-for-man defense of Archbishop Carroll, you can just see the determination in the faces of some of the girls in black. Here's a nice backdoor cut. We're going to have a travel before the pass. Rachel Kroner got open, but the 13th turnover of the game on a travel. We have 3:11 left in this championship game, the Quad A Girls Basketball Championship here at the Bryce Jordan Center. It's 54-28, Archbishop Carroll leading Oakland Catholic. Take a break. We'll be back with the conclusion of this game after this. This is the Pennsylvania Cable Network.
After an intense workout, athletes need to get their energy back. Go for complete refreshment. Chocolate milk. With the right mix of high-quality protein and carbs, chocolate milk builds and refuels tired muscles. Electrolytes replenish what's lost in sweat. And calcium and vitamin D strengthen growing bones. Low-fat chocolate milk is the great-tasting way to give your body what it needs after a hard workout. Workout. Refuel with chocolate milk.
We're having a little discussion whether it's 54 or 53, but it's not really going to matter too much because Oakland Catholic needs to put something together in a hurry because they are down by a bundle, and they change it to 53-28, a 25-point deficit.
Coming up next is the boys AAA championship. Montour out of the Pittsburgh area versus Newman Goretti out of the Philadelphia Catholic League.
Pretty nice looking hardware there.
Absolutely. Bob McCool, Gary Sutton with the call of that game.
Very well-schooled team, this Archbishop Carroll team, handling the pressure very, very well. They get the ball down the floor, recognizing the double teams. Very few dribbling situations, and if they do use the dribble, they quickly move the ball around. And there's a turnover, and Bridget McNulty kind of got herself in trouble. Could not convert, could Oakland Catholic. And here is McNulty with the basketball. And turns it over again. It's coming in from behind is Baker, who certainly has not given up. Janovich can't handle the pass. And Creighton will settle things down a little bit. Now to Pearson. Pearson back to Creighton. Almost lost it. Does a nice job not turning it over. Now goes to Shields. McNulty makes a move to the basket, and Fitzgerald fouls her. McNulty, a 5'5" senior.
As much as the aggressive nature defensively that Archbishop Carroll has shown has led to this lead, I also think that their patience and efficiency on offense, especially once they got the lead up to about 10 or 12 points, they've done a really nice job spacing things out, being patient, running some different looks so that whatever Oakland Catholic throws at them, they have something to fall back on.
Free throw by McNulty is no good. Chuck Creighton appears to be emptying his bench a little bit as Shannon Shields and Carrie Hunt are substituted for. Ann McKnight is into the game.
Also Lexi Stover.
Thank you, Lexi Stover. Here is Creighton. She's a senior. Far corner. Cutting to the basket is McNulty, very offensive-minded. And a foul's going to be called on Baker as she fouled McKnight. And McKnight will get an opportunity to go to the free throw line and see if she can get in the scorebook. And not the way that fourth foul on Baker.
44, Maddie Wallace. 12, Cara Santilleri in for Archbishop Carroll.
Free throw up and good. And McKnight, a freshman, 5'6" freshman, gets into the scorers column. Freshman misses the second. Lacey with the rebound. We're down to the final 2 minutes of this Quad A championship game. Taglianetti drives, now kicks it back outside, no one there. Genovich runs it down. And she'll take the deep three, and that's good. Nice shot by Jesper Genovich, 5'6" senior, playing in her last high school basketball game. And Baker steps in and takes the ball out of the hands of Stover. Baker makes the shot, and she is fouled. So Baker not giving up.
Fouls on Ann McKnight.
Fouls on number 21, Ann McKnight. Her first.
So Baker will go back to the free throw line.
Number 14, Bobby Baker.
It's been a while since anyone has represented District 7 in the Quad A championship game since Mount Lebanon made 4 successive trips. Lost 1, won 3.
Baker.
So for Oakland Catholic, there'll be tears tonight, but I think they can look at the success that they've had this season.
Baker now with 13 points after that made free throw. And a timeout is called by Chuck Creighton, and I think this is a want to get a substitution into the game timeout. And he'll take the 30-second timeout. We're seeing some wholesale changes both ways. We'll try to sort them all out for you here when they break the huddle. But we have 1:28 remaining in this Quad A championship game. Pretty much a known factor now that Archbishop Carroll is going to pick up the Quad A state championship trophy.
And we've harped incessantly about their defense, but offensively, they got offensive rebounds. They made the extra pass. I know you liked the action that they had early in the first quarter where they would dribble, penetrate, kick out to the wing or to the corner and have someone open. But once they got there, several occasions, the dribble drive down the baseline made for an easier shot. Really smart, efficient, well-played game by this Archbishop Carroll Patriot squad.
This is Kira McNulty, another freshman. So there's 2 McNultys, and the coach is kind enough to not put them both in the game at the same time. A little credit to Shannon Boyle, understanding where things stand, and there's no reason to foul at this stage of the game, down by 20 with just over a minute to play. Here's a nice move to the basket, and a shot in, up and in. And strong move to the basket by Nicole Johnson, 5'11" junior. She'll go to the line to try to complete the three-point play.
In now for Oakland Catholic, 22, Jada Epps, and 33, Madison Caulfield. Do we have everybody?
We got Kira McNulty already as the free throw by Johnson is up and good. McNulty, McKnight, Filippelli. Margaret Filippelli is into the game as another foul is called. You mentioned Maddie Wallace. You know, I love being here with you, Steve, for these games. Penn State Lady Lions will be up in Rhode Island on Sunday at about 4:34. They're going to be taking on the perennial power Huskies of Yukon. And this is their home court, and that should be a great game. I'm looking forward to heading up there on Sunday morning to check that, to call that game for the Penn State Sports Network.
Coach Coe's done a nice job this season, molding a squad that a lot like this Archbishop Carroll team in terms of they get after it defensively. They really do. And that's been, I think, the key to Penn State's success this season.
Well, that's where I came up with the offense. Defense creates offense. If you play good defense like Archbishop Carroll is doing, they're putting 56 points on the board. And I think a lot of that comes from the outstanding defense. It creates energy, it creates movement, and it's a great job by this Archbishop Carroll team. Down to just over 30 seconds to play. And I think the officials are rather generous there, not making that call, realizing it might be just time to maybe let a little bit go.
Number 44, Maddie Wallace back in the game. Replacing Leslie Stover.
Maddie Wallace back into the game. Stover checks out.
In the words of Chris Rock, it's not right, but I understand.
Yeah. With the basketball is Jada Epps. Shot is up and no good. Epps gets the rebound, kicks it back outside to Fitzgerald. Down to 14 seconds. Epps with it. Epps to Fitzgerald. Shot is up, no good. Fight for the rebound. It is gathered in, and they try to get it out, and the ball is loose. Fitzgerald's going to let it go out of bounds, and that'll do it. And the PIAA Quad A Girls Champion, the Patriots from Archbishop Carroll High School. Final score 56-37. And Chuck Creighton told me before the game that he wants a up-pace game as best he can. He feels his defense can play well. He'll play man-to-man 90% of the time. And I agree with you, and I agree with Mike and Jim that the defense in the first half was the difference in the game. The defense here in the second half was the difference in the game.
When you're down and you're trying to get back, you need both stops and successes on the offensive end. Put a little smile on your face, a little spring in your step. Archbishop Carroll never allowed Oakland Catholic to do that at all when they were trying to come back.
Oakland Catholic always seemed like they were just a little bit, okay, how are we going to do this? How are we going to try to find a way to turn this game around? And they could not come up with a conclusion for that. I agree with you totally, Steve. But you get to the state championship game, you get to play here in this magnificent facility, the Bryce Jordan Center, and the bottom line is it was a great effort by both teams. You can't fault anybody because of the effort to get here in itself is something else.
Well, we've seen two teams from District 7 kind of slay some dragons along the way to get here. Seton LaSalle in AA against Villa Maria out of Erie, out of District 10. And Oakland Catholic, who lost to Mount Lebanon in the WPIAL championship, came back and beat them in the quarterfinal to continue their run here.
That is Bobby Baker, unfortunately not very happy. Let's go over to public address announcer Jeff Brown as we have the awarding of the runner-up medals to the Eagles of Oakland Catholic High School and head coach Shannon Boyle.
Guard Taylor McCorkle. Guard Jada Epps. Guard Maddie Caulfield. Guard Bree Whalen. Forward Paige Bianchin. Guard Rachel Kroner. Forward Nicole Johnson. Guard Mara Fitzgerald. Forward Ippy Uwazi. Forward Audra Phibbs. Forward Chrissy Baronato. Guard Jess Marjanovic. Guard Corey Taglianetti. Guard Rachel Bellotti. Guard Bobby Baker. Coach Melissa McCamish. Trainer Melissa Galvin. Principal Maureen Marstadler. Athletic Director George Rudolph. Athletic Director Mary Pat Bilich. Coach Jade Singleton. Coach Megan Vaslison. Coach Tracy Neville. And Coach Shannon Boyle. The runner-up trophy is being accepted by Bobby Baker, Rachel Bellotti, Corey Taglianetti, and Jess Marjanovic, and Captain Chrissy Baronato. Ladies and gentlemen, your 2012 PIAA Class Quad A Girls runners-up from Oakland Catholic High School. And now, the 2012 PIAA Class Quad A Girls champions from Archbishop Carroll High School. Presenting the medals from District 12, Robert Coleman, Michael Hawkins, and Joe Setti. Guard, Bridget McNulty. Guard, Shannon Shields. Guard, Kara McNulty. Guard, Kara Santalari. Guard, Carrie Hunt. Guard, Megan Creighton. Guard, Ann McKnight. Forward, Olivia DeRogatis. Guard, Lexi Stover. Guard, Rachel Pearson. Guard, Margaret Filippelli. Guard, Christy Constantino. Forward, Sarah Curran. Center, Maddie Wallace. Team manager, Kristen Ryan. Assistant coach, Grace Capuzzi. Assistant coach, Danielle Constantino. Assistant coach, Mimi Riley. Assistant coach, Renee Shields. Head coach, Chuck Creighton. Statman, Angelo Savaloni. Athletic Director, Jerry Olinger. Principal, Joe Dennelsback. President, Father Edward Casey. And Barry Kirsch. The championship trophy will now be presented to Archbishop Carroll High School. Ladies and gentlemen, your 2012 PIAA Class Quad A Girls Champions, Archbishop Carroll High School.
Well, I'll tell you, Steve Bowen, it doesn't take much to see where this game was won or lost. We talked all game long and even before the game and at halftime about the defense of Archbishop Carroll. Oakland Catholic, 27% from the field. Archbishop Carroll, 53% from the field. It doesn't take, I don't be a rocket scientist to figure out how this game was won.
And we talked about their efficiency on offense. 18 baskets, 15 assists. You got to like that. For Oakland Catholic, 13 for Baker, 11 for Velati leading the way. 3 players in double figures for Archbishop Carroll. Curran with 16 and 7 boards. Pearson with 14, 7 boards, 4 assists. Creighton, 10 points, 7 boards, 4 assists. Great, great effort defensively, offensively, overall by the Quad A champs from Archbishop Carroll.
And we'll be back tomorrow at noon, Stilton High Spire against North Catholic in the Single A Girls Basketball Championship.
And coming up shortly here on PCN, Newman Goretti High School will be taking on Montour High School. That is the AAA Boys Championship game here at the Bryce Jordan Center. For Steve Bowen, I'm Jerry Fisher. As you take a look at the state champions from Archbishop Carroll, stick around. More basketball coming your way after this. This is the Pennsylvania Cable Network.
Be among the first to enjoy your favorite PCN tour in crystal clear high definition. Select episodes of PCN tours are now available for purchase in Blu-ray technology for just $29.95, includes shipping and PA sales tax. Now you can experience just how Pennsylvania products are made in the highest clarity, all from the comfort of your living room. PCN tours are also available in DVD format for just $19.95. Visit the PCN store at pcntv.com to browse the PCN Tours titles available in Blu-ray technology, or call 1-866-726-8433. PCN Tours. Let us take you inside. Made only in Pennsylvania.
Back here at the Bryce Jordan Center on the campus of Penn State University. Welcome to our post-game show. Mike Zambelli, Jim Wills. Jim, a year ago is a 1-point setback. They left no doubt this year. A 19-point win here tonight for Archbishop Carroll. This year they are the champions.
Great job, Mike. Great defense. Really did on the defensive end. Came out in the beginning, started the defense, and that was the end of the game. Put themselves in a great position in the first two quarters, and then, really came in the last two and just rode it through to the end.
Taking the gold ball home with you this year, Chuck, Coach Creighton. Talk about, I know defensively is where you won this basketball game here tonight, but how were you able to get to them offensively? You were able to put up 56 points against the team that only allowed over 40 points 8 times this year.
Well, I think we just ran our offense as well, and when they took the first option away, we got to the second option, third option. When we ran our quick sets, we set good screens and we got some slips for layups. And then the players, knocked down shots. When we got open shots, we made them. And, I think I just give all the credit in the world to the girls who just stayed with our offense, because they're a very good defensive team, but we just ran our stuff, and I think we ran it pretty well.
Second championship in the last 4 years. You won the 3A title in 2009. Can you compare the two squads or the two emotions that you run as a head coach?
Well, I think the teams are very similar. Both teams played very good defense and shot the ball well. So I think there's more similarities and differences, and they all feel great.
Jim, I think you have some ladies there to talk to that had some disappointment a year ago. The emotions are a little different this year.
Yes, we did. Sarah Kern, 16.7 rebounds. The difference between this year and last year, amazing.
Definitely. It's an honor to play with these girls, and it feels so great to actually win.
What was the key this year during the season? At what point in the season did you think you could be able to get back here?
Well, we've been playing a lot of outside competition, and during that we just knew that we could make it back here if we did our best, and then we did.
Yes, you did. No question about it.
16.7 rebounds and a couple assists. Jim, I was impressed with her ability to get up and down the court as well. She ran the floor very well, which I thought created some problems for Oakland Catholic.
Right, it did, and that's a situation they had problems with all the way in the second half. Megan Creighton, the same way, did a great job in there. 10.7 rebounds. Really a great job tonight.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't be out there without my team. But it was definitely a good feeling compared to last year. You definitely hold that coming through the whole season. You don't want to feel that again. So I think that we carried that with us, and it really helped us get this win.
Good thing again for the Philly Catholic League. Great job, Coach. Great season.
Yeah, absolutely, Coach. Just talk with your daughter. How special is it for father and daughter to win a state championship together? I'll start with the player first.
It's special. It's something we'll never forget. Something that we can hold on to for forever. And it's been a privilege, and I'm going to miss them.
Times at home at all during her career when things weren't going well at practice, perhaps, or a clean run to the championship?
No, I think it was a pretty clean run. I get on her a little bit, not at home, because she's always cleaning her room, but on the basketball court, I get on her a little bit every once in a while. But she's been fantastic, and she really deserves everything she's gotten because she's worked very hard off season, and she's just a great young lady, and I love her.
That's to be proud moment. Where's Rachel Pearson? Where's Rachel? Where's Rachel Pearson? Rachel, get in here. The emotions of last year and coming up 1 point short, how did that motivate you in the offseason and into this game?
Yeah, it definitely did. I mean, we were all really upset last year, and we know we never wanted to feel like that again, so we want to come out strong.
14 points in tonight's game, 7 rebounds, 4 assists. Take us through the flow of the game. You obviously set the tone through your defensive work, and then your offense started to get going as well. We'll get a look at some of your work. The backdoor cutters seem to be open for you as well.
We play good together.
All right, Coach, we're going to continue to run through these offense. Talk a little bit about your offense and their ability to break this game open. I thought the start of the third quarter was pivotal. You had an 11-point lead, and you were able to stretch it out to 18.
Yeah, we came out in the third quarter, and we ran 3 set plays in a row, and we got the looks we wanted, and we made them. So we're very fortunate, and that kind of gave us a little bit of cushion on the defensive end to not be as tight and to get out on shooters. So fortunately for us, we made those shots, and it worked out.
Coach, congratulations.
Thank
Enjoy
you.
your championship. They are the 4A champions this time. Last time they won this gold ball, it was in the 3A classification. That will do it for our coverage of the 4A championship game. Archbishop Carroll, a winner 56-37, winning their second title in the last 4 years for Jim Wills. I'm Mike Zambelli. We'll be back with the AAA boys. It'll be Newman Goretti and Montour tonight at 8 o'clock. Stay with us. Ladies, enjoy.
Get your DVD of this PIAA championship for just $24.95 plus shipping and PA sales tax, or own it on Blu-ray technology for $29.95 plus shipping and PA sales tax. To order your copy, go to PCNTV.com or call 1-866-726-8433.